In this video, we're going to be looking at the concept of average speed. So let's say you had a ball on this ramp and you let it go and it starts to roll down. You're going to notice that the ball is going faster and faster. Initially, at time equals 0, the speed is 0. And then at some point later, it's going to be in a place in front, and then it's going to continue moving in front, and then at some point it's going to get to the bottom of this ramp. This right here is the distance that it travels, and we'll call that d. And let's say that d is 1 meter. Okay. So when we talk about, when we're trying to calculate the average speed for something that has a changing speed, it's still the same equation, speed equals distance divided by time. Now sometimes textbooks will put a bar over it sometimes, and that bar over it just means average. So this right here is just telling us the average speed. And it's the average speed because the speed is changing and we're taking the total distance divided by the total time. In this case, let's say that the distance is 1 meter. And let's say that the time is 2.1 seconds. It took 2.1 seconds to go from top of the ramp to the bottom of the ramp. Okay. To calculate the average speed, we would use this equation, and it would be 1 meter divided by 2.1 seconds, and we would get 0.48 meters per second. So that's the average speed. The initial speed is, we'll call that SI, we'll say it's 0. But now is a question, which is what is the final speed? Because the average speed, this 0.48, is not the final speed, right? This tells us the speed of the ball somewhere along its motion down the ramp. Okay. But it doesn't tell us the speed at the bottom. So how can we find the final speed? Okay, so we can derive an equation here. We know that the average speed here, okay, is going to be the initial speed plus the final speed divided by 2. So this is just like if you had two numbers and you want to find the average of the numbers, you just add them up divided by 2. Now this is going to work because this ball is rolling down at constant acceleration. So this only works for a specific situation such as this situation. So I just want you to be aware of that. Now I'm going to move this 2 over, so we got 2s average speed is equal to minus SI, so SI is the initial speed, is then equal to the final speed. Okay, so if I had to rewrite this again, the final speed is just 2 times the average speed minus the initial speed. Now in this case, the initial speed is just 0. So the final speed is just 2 times the average speed. So 2 times 0.48 is 0.96 meters per second. Okay, so I want you to take a look at these numbers right here. Okay, so what do we have here? So first, we have the initial speed. We know that's true because we started from rest. We calculated the average speed, 0.48. If the initial speed is 0, to find the average speed, all you do is take the average speed times 2, and that gives you your final speed.